For this Workday purchase requisition demonstration, we will requisition a non-catalog order. What do we mean by non-catalog? A non-catalog requisition is used when an order is not included in the standard catalog of items, in this case, Shell Shop. Don't worry, Workday makes it easy to place different types of order requisitions, all in one place. Let's get started. I have logged in as Erica employee in the Workday training environment. Erica needs to requisition an equipment repair service for a research lab in her department. She can use the non-catalog order for this. To get started with creating Erica's purchase requisition, we will use the search bar at the top of the Workday homepage. The search bar is a fast way to locate business processes, tasks, and reports, and so much more in Workday. Let's type Create Requisition in the search bar and select the Create Requisition task from the results. Great! We are taken to the Create Requisition page. On this page, there are default selections for requester, company, deliver to, and ship to addresses that you can modify if ever needed. You will also select your requisition type and driver work tag to classify your order. Let's get to it. By clicking into the drop-down list, we will see the available options to select. We'll select Standard Requisition to classify Erica's requisition type. Remember, whenever you see a question mark icon, that means there's field level help available. Scrolling down, here are some familiar work tags: Grant, Gift, Project, and USource. Erica determined that the equipment repair service she is requisitioning is related to a USource work tag. Let's click the USource field. By selecting My Work Tags in the USource field, we can choose from available options that will include the work tags associated with Erica's cost center. The USource work tag for Erica's cost center with the UMCP Psych department shows up here. Let's select it. We've entered all the necessary information on this page to start the requisition. Let's click OK. We're taken to the Create Requisition page that includes some instructions and the option to request goods or services by either connecting to Shell Shop or by requesting non-catalog items. We will click Request Non-Catalog Items. On the Request Non-Catalog Items page, first we will select whether we are requesting goods or services. In this case, Erica is requisitioning an equipment repair service for a research lab in her department. So we will select Request Service. Great! The page has updated with fields related to services, and now we can enter service request details, such as description, spend category, supplier information, and cost. You can see that description and spend category are mandatory fields because they have the red asterisk. Let's complete those fields. In the description field, we'll type a description of the service. Next, we'll select the spend category. Spend category represents a classification of spend transactions. By typing keywords in the spend category field, we can narrow results in order to find the right one. Let's type equipment repair to see what comes up. Wonderful! There is a spend category for equipment maintenance and repair. That's just what Erica needs. Let's click on it. Moving down, here's the supplier field. When requisitioning a non-catalog item, requesters usually know what supplier they are interested in using. In this case, Erica knows the supplier for this requisition is Advanced Equipment Co. Incorporated because she requested a quote for the equipment repair service she is requisitioning. Let's type the supplier name right in the supplier field and hit enter. Excellent. Moving down, here's the extended amount field. Requesters can enter the cost or the quoted amount for service. We'll enter $6,000 in the extended amount field because that's the amount Erica was quoted for the repair service. Excellent, it looks good. We have completed the service request details for this equipment repair service requisition. Let's click Add to Cart. If we wanted to add more goods or services, we could do so on this page. Erica is ready to continue, so we can click the cart icon at the top of the page to check out. On the Workday checkout page, we can see that everything we put in the cart has been added to this requisition. Let's review the requisition information before we submit for approval. You can use the Memo to Supplier field to reference a quote from a supplier. Let's type quote number 9997 here. In addition, we can use Internal Memo to provide more information to our Cost Center Procurement Manager. In this case, we'll add for the Attention and Memory Psych Lab. Scrolling down to the Services section, you can review the selection and entry details by scrolling to the right. At the bottom of the page, we have the Attachments section to include attachments related to the non-catalog requisition. You can open the Attachments section to drop or select files. What's a good example of an attachment? Well, Erica received a quote from the supplier for the equipment repair requisition. Let's add the quote file here to include in this requisition. You can also add a comment that is related to the attachment for the requisition approvers to view. Great! We've included all the information we need to submit our non-catalog requisition. Let's click Submit. The confirmation display is telling us that we have submitted the requisition. Hooray! From here, the requisition will route through the approval process. Erica is able to view her requisitions and their statuses by searching My Requisitions in the search bar, or by going to the Maryland Procurement and AP app. Once the PO is finalized, you'll receive a system notification on what to do next. In this demo, we have shown you how to create a non-catalog purchase requisition. Thanks for watching.